So here's how you can make it. So whenever you hover over a part, it highlights. Okay, so first thing you guys want to do is go into your workspace, add your part. I'm just gonna make it look like a square. You guys could do this with any part you want. It could be mesh, could be a union, whatever. Next, inside of that, add a highlight and then customize it to whatever you want. We're gonna make it green, and then we're gonna do the fill transparency a bit higher, just so it's not like actually not like crazy high, like there. Next, if you guys want to like lower the outline, you could do that too with the outline transparency. You can also change the color. We're gonna make it red. And then we're gonna set this a bit lower. This looks ugly, I'm gonna be honest, but it's whatever. We're gonna go into started player scripts, and you're gonna add a local script. Now inside this, type this code: local players equals game get service players, and then find the local player. So local player equals players. Players dot local player. Local mouse equals player get mouse, and then do local part equals workspace dot part. I'm gonna do wait for child part just in case we load in, or the parts, you know what I mean, if it loads in before it. Now do local highlight equals part, oops, part dot highlight, and that's gonna get the highlight inside of the part. You guys could also just make it in the script like local highlight equals instance dot new, and then highlight, and then you could just parent it to the part, but we're just gonna make it like this. That would be if you're like trying to make it in a bunch of different parts, but this is just a simple script for one singular part. Next, we're gonna set the highlight enabled to false. You can also do that here. It's just so when you spawn in, it's not instantly on. You could just type enabled in the highlight and then turn it off like that. I'm gonna just do it in the local script. Next, go to mouse.move, connect function, and then go down. Local target equals mouse.target. So this is gonna find what the mouse is targeting or like looking at. If target equals part, then highlight dot enabled equals true, and then we're gonna go else highlight dot enabled equals false. Oh, set it to equals part. I hate having to do that, but you have to do that. And then this is gonna make the script work. What we're doing here is we're checking if the mouse target, so wherever your mouse is hovering, so like for example, like my mouse is on the target, so it would be targeting the target. So it's just gonna find it. If it's hovering over, then the highlight enabled equals true, and if it's not, then the highlight enabled equals false. So now when we load in, the part's gonna be here, and when we hover over it, it's gonna work, and you can see the highlight effect. I'll show you guys how you can do this with multiple parts using the tag service. So the tag service is just tags. You could also do this with attributes, but we're gonna do tag, and then we're gonna add a tag. We're gonna name it highlight. After we do this, we're gonna go back to our local script and we're gonna change some things. So instead of having the part spawn in with a highlight, we're gonna do this. So go to your tag, and I think I already added it. I added the highlightable or highlight. Okay, so local tag, I guess tag name if you want. Tag name equals highlight, or no, there's no capital, so just highlight. Now we're gonna do this local function set up highlight. You can name it whatever, and then set it up to the part. Next we're gonna do if not part find, I hate this, I hate when it doesn't like work, find first child of class. So this is gonna look for the highlight inside of it, highlight, then we're gonna make a highlight. Local highlight equals instance dot new, like I told you guys earlier, highlight. So what this is gonna do is if you don't already have a highlight inside of it, like I already deleted the highlight, but if you had it inside, it would still work. It's just like if there's no highlight inside of the part, which is where the function's connected to, there's not gonna be a highlight. Or there's it's still gonna work, and it's gonna make a highlight. So local dot enabled equals false. We're gonna just set it like that because we're making the highlight, and then We're just going to let it be default. We're not going to change anything. If you want to change the color from the script, just do it like this. So local highlight.fill color equals color3.from RGB, and then type in whatever color, or you can just use this. We're going to just, I guess we're going to make it blue. I'll just show you guys how to do this just so you guys aren't confused. And then do highlight.outline color, and then again color.from RGB, and we're going to make the outline color, we're going to go red again. This is going to look so ugly. And then highlight.adjourney equals part. So the highlight adjourney is what is highlighted. So if we go to adjourney or whatever and we set it to this, this is gonna, you don't have to because it's already in the part, but let's say we had a model. I'll just show you guys this, and we put the part inside of there. You can see that it's not gonna make anything. So if we have two things in here and we have the highlight inside of the model, you could just get the adjourney and then we could set it like this. But if you had it as the model, it would just do the whole thing. But if you only want one thing and you put it inside of the model, you could just do that. That's what the adjourney does. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I probably am not. Let me add the part again. So I have to add the tag. Oops, I'm sorry guys. Highlight. Okay, so now that we do that, we just have one more thing. We're just gonna parent the what's it called? You don't have to have this actually if we're setting the highlight.parent to the part. This is just in case there's a model, I'd say. Like if you want to just like keep it and not make the whole model, you could just set it to the part specifically. Next, we're gonna make a for loop because we need to find all the parts for part in iPairs collection service. We need to actually get that. So local collection service equals game. Oops, why did I do that? Get service collection service. So now it's gonna get the collection service, which is the tag service. If you guys are familiar with what like that means. Oops, I don't know how to do. Actually it's fine. Collection servers. I named it collection server for some reason. Oopsie, it's fine. It will still work. And then get tagged tag name, and then that's it. Because the tag name is this right here, so it's gonna get the tag name, and that tag name's highlight. Now we're gonna call the setup highlight, and then we're gonna set it to the part. So now this is going to find the parts, and it's gonna work. It's gonna do this for multiple different parts. And now we're gonna do this. So if you guys want, like if let's say you're you like make a new part inside of the game, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to do get instance added signal and then do it like this. So I'll just show you guys this. Tag name and then connect function, or connect setup highlight, not connect function, setup highlight. So now this is gonna work if you add it, and then we're gonna just have to change this a bit. So local target, that stays the same, but now we're gonna do for, let me just delete all of this, for part in iPairs collection server, even though it's supposed to be collection service, I'm just not gonna go back and change it. Get tagged, and then tag name, and then do local highlight equals part find first child. You could do find first child of class. Highlight, if highlight, then highlight dot enabled equals parts equals target. So this is gonna make it work. That's literally all I can say. That is kind of a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I didn't want to have to make this video that long, but it's whatever. So now if we have two parts and like this part right here, I'll add another one just without it, just to make sure that it works. So this one, we're gonna color it green. This one's gonna be red. So these two are both gonna have the tag, and then the gray one's not. So this one has the tag, this one doesn't have the tag, so we're gonna add the tag here, and this one's not gonna have the tag. So now when we go in, highlight is not a valid oh yeah, because there's no part. Okay, so it didn't work, guys. Yeah. Oh, it's because of that. So we're gonna remove this. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, guys. So now whenever we like hover over it and it has the highlight tag, it's just gonna highlight it. Oh, you can see color theory because these are the same colors. It's just mixing together. But as we can see, it's not going to work on this one. Just to let you guys know, if you want to change it so that it's not always on top, like you can see like it's that. Let me just find what it's called. You can, oh, I'm highlighting that. That's why. So change this always on top to occluded. So we're going to do highlights dot depth mode dot enum type dot, no, how do I do this? I forgot. You know what? Okay, so I had to search it up, I'm not gonna lie. So highlight dot depth mode equals enum, and then do dot highlight depth mode, and then dot occluded. So this is gonna make it so that it's not always on top like how it was, and then it will like wrap around whatever's in front of it. I feel like this just looks nicer, so I'd recommend like setting it like that. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if it was a bad tutorial. I'm pretty new to this, so give me any tips, and yeah, thank you guys for watching.